is up, Spurs Nation? Welcome to the first ever episode of Spurs and Coffee. It's just a Saturday morning here in Texas, and I wanted to jump on with you guys just to kind of have a chat, maybe take some of y'all's questions from the chat room and whatnot. But first off, as the thumbnail indicates, I have some announcements, some things that I want to go over, some housekeeping issues that maybe you guys want to be aware about. Not issues, they're more housekeeping things that I'm excited about, some new things that we have going on, some new opportunities that have presented themselves to me over the past, few weeks. Really during this Corona time. I mean, it's been kind of a blessing. It sucked. It sucks. Don't get me wrong, but it's allowed us to be creative in a way. It's allowed me to be creative and work with other creative people and do more content for you guys. It's been a blessing. All right, so let's start off with the first one. 500 subscribers. I finally reached the 500 subscriber mark, and a lot of that is it's all due to you guys. Y'all support for everything that I do on this channel. If it comes to the podcasting, to the film room breakdowns that I do for you guys always show a lot of support, and all of you that comment in the comments, and all of you guys that like and share my videos, really appreciate it. Bucking Spurs is going through a couple phases right now. It's evolving, if you will. I've started up a few different projects now with other people. So Bucking Spurs is going to be a little bit more limited to drive-through Spurs takes and a couple podcasts and of course the film rooms. To those three things in particular, that's what Bucking Spurs is going to be kind of geared toward. And the reason why is because of what I'm about to tell you next about Project Spurs. But first, I just want to say thank you all for 500 subscribers. That's huge. I never even thought I would get to 500. I know I'm still growing. Over this past month, we've actually picked up 100 subscribers here at Bucking Spurs. So that's huge. We really appreciate you guys for that. Let me see. Hopefully I can't wait for the next 500 from you guys. All right, so the next issue on the agenda is next item on the agenda is Project Spurs. If you saw their logo on my thumbnail for this video, it's always been a goal of mine to contribute to projectspurs.com. I've always been a huge fan of what they do. When I was in college in San Antonio, I actually had a chance to interview Michael DeLeon a long time ago. I think it was 2011, the founder of projectspurs.com. So I've always kind of had it in the back of my mind that if I didn't want to coach anymore, if I didn't want to teach anymore, that Spurs media, Spurs basketball is the next thing for me. And so I started doing what I'm doing now. I started Bucking Spurs. Well, Project Spurs has always kind of shown a little love to what I've done over the past few years. And my film rooms have been doing very well on my channel. They want to expand on their digital content at Project Spurs, and that's where I come in. I'm going to be working with Joe Garcia over there at Two Shots Podcast a lot, help them get their stuff going. My film rooms are from now on going to be co-branded Project Spurs, and they're going to be featured on their website, and I'll be doing some other digital content for them too as well along the way. But specifically my film rooms are moving up to the varsity, if you will, from my page up to projectspurs.com. And that's honestly, it's just a blessing. I really appreciate them showing interest in what I do. And they had nothing but great things to say. I'm very excited to work with those guys over there. Let me see. Okay, so Project Spurs, there's that. So 500 subscribers, Project Spurs. And now we're on the OOC, order on the court. A lot of you guys are asking what this order on the court is, and kind of what is the difference between order on the court and bucking Spurs? What am I going to be doing differently? And there's really only, a few differences. Order on the court is a collaborative effort between Maddie from Spurs Fan Blog, Destin from Spurs Wave, and Clan the Spurs Fan, myself and Harrison and Tyler from San Antonio Spurs Facebook page, Facebook page. So we're all getting together and we're collaborating and trying to create something special for you guys from here on out, where we can bring you guys content together, right? So that's the collaborative effort. We're all still going to have our individual pages going. We're still going to be doing our own stuff, but there's going to be many times throughout the month where we're going to be getting together to bring you guys some exclusive content, Spurs content, group chats. We have so much planned for you guys. If you want to know more, go to OOCspurs.com, and we have our end of the bench page up for free right now. It's going to cost $1 once the NBA season kind of starts up again. That's kind of when we're going to officially launch the website and actually offer our tier subscriptions. If you want to kind of know a little breakdown of how it works, we have 3 tiers. We have the end of the bench level, we have the 6-man level, and the starter level for our collaboration efforts. We're going to be doing some content for free, like our OOC live streams, our mailbags. Some of our podcast episodes are going to be free, and we're talking to other people in the Spurs world. Those are all going to be free. But if you want premium content, and if you're asking what premium content, and we're talking about more live content like post games and watch parties, and then we also have premium content for you, which is special content that is going to be created by us, by the guys here at OOC. That's not live. It's going to take a little bit more production to get into it. To get it out to you, I should say, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And to get all of that type of content, to be involved, the main thing with OOC is that we want to reach out to you guys. We want to make this a Spurs community for you. We want you guys to tell us what you want us to talk about, what you want to listen to, things like that, what shows you like, which ones you don't like. So we're going to be very engaged with you guys. I mean, that's the main goal right now, is to build the community. Of Spurs Nation. And we have our free group chat on Flickr. Our website right now is up for free. You can check out the Content Hub. The Content Hub has all the content that we're working on right now. It has it all up there. And that's the end of the bench page. That's $1. To get all the premium content's $5 for the 6-man page. So if you want to be a OOC starter, it's $15. And then we're not just, it's not all about content. We're also planning giveaways and ticket giveaways and merch giveaways and all types of things that monthly giveaways that you can win, that are only going to be for our members. So we're gonna give a lot of exclusive access to our members. So just go and check it out. $1, it's a $1 cheeseburger. $5, it's a Starbucks coffee. $15, that's I don't know. That's a Whataburger, 2 Whataburgers or whatever a week. So if you appreciate what we do, if you like what we do, then go to OOCspurs.com and check out what we're doing. We have our calendar at the top that tells you all the events that we're going to be doing over the next month. And there's just so much more that we're planning right now. It's actually very exciting. And that's kind of what this Spurs and Talk is all about. Spurs and Coffee is all about. I wanted to kind of reach out with you guys and tell you what's going on. Cody Castillo in the live stream, you're asking, when is the Lonnie video dropping? Actually, right now, the Lonnie video has dropped on our OOC Spurs YouTube channel. So it's not on my channel yet. It'll be posting here on my channel in a few hours. But if you want to see part 1 to our Lonnie Walker mailbag, it's up right now on the OOC Spurs channel. Okay, so go ahead and just go over there. There should be a link to it in my bio and any of my other OOC videos. All right, so you guys can check it out there. Yeah, we're dropping our Lonnie Walker video today, our mailbag issue. Today is part 1. Tomorrow is part 2. If you go to the calendar at oocspurs.com, you can see all the content that's coming out for you this week. We actually got quite a bit of content coming out for you this week, so there's actually a lot of stuff that we're excited about. So I'm saying we're planning. We're trying to be very careful about our planning. We don't want to under deliver to you guys, but we want to bring you guys good quality content, and that's always going to be the goal for you moving forward. So we want to build this. We want to build this for you guys. So back to the the announcement of everything. It's been such a blessing of a month for Bucking Spurs. 500 subscribers. Man, thank you so much, man. I started this and I didn't, at ground zero about a year and a half ago, and to be at 500 subscribers now, I'll take it any day. I'll take the growth if it's slow or fast or whatever. As long as we're moving forward, then excuse me, I can take it. Project Spurs, I'm very excited to work with those guys, and also the guys at OOC and us are doing something very special for you guys, and I think you guys are gonna like it. We're putting a lot of hard work into it. There's so much more content coming your way, so just stay tuned. What's up, John, Jose Sanchez, and Cody Castillo up in the live chat? Yeah, so this is the first episode of Spurs and Coffee. It's just a live stream where we're just going to be chatting with you guys. So hopefully we can get a little bit more of you guys to wake up in the morning. From here on out, once this becomes a consistent thing, we're just going to be chilling here with our coffee, talking Spurs. So let me give you an update on what I'm doing next, what I got in the can. I've been working on a film room all week of DeJounte and Derek White playing basketball together in the NBA. Now it's like, what? They're on the same team. Yeah, that should happen all the time, right? No, you guys know that. You know how limited it was this season to see those two guys at the same time on the floor together. So that video is coming along, and it's a lot of fun. So I can't wait to drop that one probably on Monday. So stay tuned for that. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. I mean, that's really all I got right now. I'm going to be doing a video on the Austin Spurs growing grounds videos. I'm going to do a kind of like a movie review for that little mini series that they put out, that 4-episode mini series. There's a lot of golden nuggets in there that I just want to dive into. So I can do that with you guys in the future this week. If y'all like this Spurs and Coffee, if y'all like this type of show, a morning live stream, if you will, on the weekend, go ahead and let us know in the comments below. All right, so this is just a chat. I mean, the more you guys are active in the chat here, is the longer I'll stay on. Real wish we could have seen them together. Yeah, me too. Let's see what's going on here in the stream before I decide to maybe call it. Let's see. Yeah. Live stream Spurs and Coffee. This coffee is good. In case you're wondering what I'm drinking, I have some Green Mountain vanilla, hazelnut vanilla, I think, Green Mountain. Cody's asking if I've done any more film rooms. I'm working on one right now, Cody. Should be dropping this week. I'm planning on doing. I used to do maybe about one a month, maybe 2 a month when it comes to my film rooms, but that's because they were a lot longer. Those were a lot longer videos, so a lot more to break down. But now that I'm going to be contributing my film rooms to projectspurs.com. They're probably going to be coming out a little bit faster. I might make them a little bit shorter, but I'm going to try to make them better. I'm always going to be trying to making my content better for you guys. So I'll have more film rooms coming for sure. Like that's one of the things that I'm going to be doing, spending a lot of time on when it's not, over here with the guys at OOC. It's going to be spending a lot of time putting in the work on those film room videos for you guys. And then once the season kind of picks up again, we'll start doing drive-through Spurs takes again. The podcasts, we're looking at maybe bi-weekly, for a Booking Spurs podcast. Those are going to be taken down just a little bit because I'm so excited, guys. This Spurs season is actually it's been a blessing in a way. It's provided us with perspective, not just on the Spurs, but maybe on what Spurs basketball media can be. I kind of feel like that. I feel like that in a way. I feel like there's a shift from you guys. I feel like you guys want to see more Keldon, Luka, Lonnie Walker, and all that stuff. And, right now we're in this crazy offseason where we don't know if LaMarcus Aldridge and DeMar DeRozan are going to come back. So I think they are. I think like this. How many of you guys think out there that those two guys are going to come back? Will be in a Spurs uniform next season? Put it in the content below. Paul, in the comments below. Paul Jackson, what's up, man? Really enjoyed the channel. What do you think about Spurs trying for Lauri Markkanen if he still wants out of Chicago? Man, our guy Harrison from OOC, from Order on the Court, he is a huge fan of this idea of Lauri Markkanen joining the San Antonio Spurs. I really like Markkanen. He's like a splitter mixed with someone who can really ball. Not that Splitter couldn't ball. He's just, he was a role player for us. But Lauri's a lot better. He has all-star potential. He's athletic. He can finish on multiple levels inside of three. I don't really know how well he shoots the ball, but that would be a piece for us moving forward that, man, like if we can get that guy, then we need to press the rebuild button now. We need to reset. We need to get rid of these vets. We need to because he's like one of those guys. Lauri Markkanen can be that guy. He can be that Vucevic, I guess. He kind of reminds me of Vucevic the way he plays. He can do that for us. But it really just depends, man. Who's in our big man rotation? Paul. Our big man rotation is short, meaning that this season it was Trey Lyles and LaMarcus Aldridge and then maybe Jakob. Right? I mean, Jakob really didn't play too much, to be honest, as much as I think I would have liked to see him play this year. So, and then we have Drew Eubanks and Chimezi Mitu. So, bringing in a guy like Lauri Markkanen can really shake things up. I also like another free agent out there, Christian Wood. That guy is like has Spurs written all over him. Another guy that Harrison brought up to my attention. Harrison's good about prospect, y'all. Like Harrison, I consider myself a pretty savvy scout when it comes to basketball. I trust my eyes when it comes to the sport. I'm a coach. I've been coaching for 5 years. I've been a coach my whole life, if that makes any sense. Even when I was a player, I was coaching, younger guys or whatever. When I went up to San Antonio, went to UTSA, just wanted to be a better coach. Just wanted, went in a kinesiology program, all those things, and learned the ins and outs of coaching, the coaching world, not just physically, but the psychological aspects and things like that. And, I've been a homegrown Spurs fan my whole life. So I have the Spurs way installed into my consciousness, if that makes any sense. I just kind of see the game like the way I feel like Spurs see the game. Spurs basketball has seen the game over the past 20 years. But I always trust my eyes, man. And those, Harrison is another guy who scouts very well. I mean, he's in the college world, man. If y'all don't know, Harrison works in North Carolina with the athletics department. So he's very involved with that whole process, of college basketball. So he's very into it when it comes to, player development, player scouting. Maddie's, he's played some college basketball also. So me, I played it at the high school level. I went to UTSA, dove into coaching. Um, Playing at the next level wasn't there for me. But we had a lot of success. I had a lot of success as a player. Uh, had a great team. We're here 5A. We were 5A at the time in Texas, and we went to the Sweet 16 my senior year or whatever. Just love the game. Um, so I don't know. Going back to the question like about big man rotations for the Spurs, man. It's like one, the rotation is almost non-existent. As long as LaMarcus is there, um, and it's going to be Trey Lyles next to him, it makes everything else kind of irrelevant, and it kind of sucks for Drew and Chimezi as well. All right, so the chat's starting to roll up a little bit here. I'm glad I'm gonna stay on here a little bit longer. Cody's saying I think LaMarcus will stay, but these hidden messages make me think he's going to Portland. Man, these hidden messages that he's been putting out there in the atmosphere has got everyone on edge, man. You're not the only one, Cody. I love LaMarcus, and I don't show it a lot. I don't do a lot of content on LaMarcus. I don't do a lot of content on DeMar DeRozan either. I feel like they are who they are. They don't really move the needle in terms of content, but LaMarcus is a guy, man, that I love, dude. Like he's a freaking Longhorn, all right. So he's a Texas guy, and he chose San Antonio. He could have went to Dallas. He could have been a Maverick this whole time, So he chose San Antonio. So let's give him some credit for that. But he's a monster, man. He's a walking bucket. His game is so sick and is so efficient. The efficiency of LaMarcus Aldridge is very underrated. Say what you want to say about his performance in like the playoffs and whatnot, but his efficiency level is always there. It's not really something you have to worry about in the season. I can see him going to Portland. I don't want him to go to Portland, but I feel like if that's where his heart is, and to be honest, Portland is very much like Austin, same type of city, climate, culture, atmosphere. So I think that's maybe another reason why he was just so attached to Portland as soon as he got there, and he was there for many years, obviously. But it was a good fit for LaMarcus, and I can see him going back there because he'd be welcomed with open arms, to be honest. And has he ever been welcomed with open arms in San Antonio? I don't think so. So DeMonte Carter says, I think DeRozan will leave. Plus, we got him playing small forward. He's really a shooting guard, but who you think we should get in the draft? Okay, so Damian Carter, this is kind of like a two-part question. I'm going to address the DeMar DeRozan thing first, him playing out of position at the small forward instead of the shooting guard. He is a natural shooting guard. I mean, the whole time in Toronto, it was him and Kyle Lowry in the backcourt, and they had a lot of success, but they were never that good enough to kind of get over the hump. And we all know that about that team in Toronto. And then he comes over here, and then just because our depth in the backcourt and our youth, our talent, pushed him to the 3 spot for us, and that's something that I don't like as well. DeMonte, I think the fit isn't there with him at the 3. I just I want to see DeMar DeRozan be successful, and he has been successful. In the mailbag, today's mailbag, when they're talking about Lonnie Walker, they're going to talk a little bit about DeMar DeRozan. How he had a crazy statistical year for the Spurs this year. But how are the Spurs going to be better? Are the Spurs going to be better with DeMar DeRozan at the 3 or DeMar DeRozan at the 2? And I think the answer is at the 2. But if the style of play is not going to suit him, if he's not going to be shooting threes at that position, I mean, can we really play him there? And I don't know. I mean, will we see a lineup that's DeJounte Murray at the point, DeMar DeRozan at the 2? I don't know who they put at the 3. Maybe Lonnie Walker, Trey Lyles, and LaMarcus. I mean, that's a sick lineup. I love that lineup. Doesn't that lineup sound like the shit? Like you got your point guard who's a dog. You got your 2 guard who's a dog. You got your 3 guard who's a young shooter. Lonnie provides the spacing. Trey provides the spacing. If LaMarcus can space it too a little bit, that would help. Now, who do we want in the draft? DeMonte, man, I love Denny. You guys stay tuned at OOCspurs.com because Harrison and Tyler are working on this huge they're putting in work right now and creating these draft prospect videos for you guys. They're going to be offered on our 6-man or higher subscription level to OOC. So make sure you guys check that out. It's like $5, and you're going to get all this access to all this pre-draft content. Okay, so just giving y'all a heads up on that. But in the draft, that Denny Adjiv, I don't know how to say his last name, man, but he's basically freaking Luka Doncic. I mean, if you look at it, he's like a young 6'9" point guard who sees the floor like Magic Johnson and LeBron, but has the talent and swag to kind of score at will as well. He's someone that I absolutely love. That if we had a player like him with the players that we already have, I'm talking about our young guys, the future is the sky's the limit. The ceiling is the roof, right? But I really like him, and Harrison's been advocating that we should trade down, that we should maybe give up our 11th or 12th pick or whatever it is, and maybe trade it away and get another pick next year and maybe move down somewhere down the draft. And I kind of agree with him. If it's not Denny and it's not like Obi Toppin and it's not any one of those like top 6 guys, top 7 guys. Now, if we can get one of those top 7 guys in this year's draft, I'm all up for it, to be honest. I don't care about next year's draft. I know that everyone's saying that this draft is not so deep and whatnot, but I just love the team we have. And I think if we're not going to get a top 5 player anyway, then what's the point of being in the lottery like in the future? You know what I mean? So I just say let's get a good pick this year. We can trade down if we want, trade up. It doesn't matter. But I don't know. The draft is just a big mystery to me right now because of the whole issue on is DeMar staying or not, But I think if we can get a top 5, top 6 pick, I'm down to trade up. All right, let me go down this chat room. All right, Angel Cifuentes, can you do a video on just the Spurs coaches? Just the Spurs coaches. If you're talking about like Pop, Timmy, Becky, Will Hardy, Chip England, and those guys, what type of video would you want me to do on them? Honestly, like it's a lot of them sitting on the bench and coaching. So I can't really break down I can break down their call signs and stuff like that. I love our coaching staff, Angel, but I have a hard time thinking of what you mean by doing a video on them. But let me know. Let me know in the comments. John Sanchez, our Spurs season was really crazy. Our Spurs season was nuts, John. I mean, we started off 4-1. We were like, oh yeah, okay, here we come, 4-1. Like we were tied with the Lakers for first in the West after the first 5 games at 4-1, and then that went quick to shit. Like, oh, that went quickly. That went really bad, and then we struggled with mediocrity, and then come December, we started playing better. LaMarcus started shooting threes, opening things up for DeMar DeRozan. We beat Milwaukee. We beat Boston. We beat OKC. Things were happening. OKC was doing really well. We took them down once. We played them like 4 times this year. And then we started stinking all over again, so it was like bad. I mean, it started off good and then it was bad for so long. Then it was good for a little bit and showed us that, we can be really good. We saw it for like 5 games. But then that quickly went away and it went back to the norm. So there's a lot of ups and downs this season for sure. Paul Jackson, you're right, bro. Christian Wood balled up this year. Harry Giles is also going to be a decent free agent. Harry Giles out of Sacramento. Yeah, he's another guy. I was actually breaking down some film on Sacramento, not on Sacramento, but on the film room that I'm doing next of DeJounte Murray and Derek White. They played together a lot when we played Sacramento back in February. They actually played more than just the end of the 4th quarter together. So I got to see Harry Giles a little bit, and I know he's been someone that people have been high on for the Spurs to maybe go look at this summer. And his motor, I love his motor. And when you have a motor and a good work ethic, San Antonio will make you a good basketball player. So I like him. All right, so let's see. Oh, yeah, Christian Wood.
Man, Christian Wood is like, I don't know why this guy isn't like a superstar right now. When I look at his highlights online, he's just like this like guy that's taking his time to develop or in the league with Milwaukee and Detroit and whatnot. Someone dropped in the comment earlier. Someone was like, why isn't Detroit gonna bring him back? And or why wouldn't they want to bring him back? I don't know. I mean, Detroit, I'm pretty sure wants to bring him back, but I'm pretty sure he's a free agent, so he's going to be able to decide where he goes. And if he's smart, man, a place like San Antonio is built for a guy like him, journeyman. Okay, let's see. Okay, Christian Wood is solid. Christian Wood. I like Devin Vessel from Florida State, good wing. I'll look into him. Devin Vessel, okay. Jaden McDaniels, okay. I like Trey. He's good. Trey Lyles was like every team has that guy where it's like you don't know what you're gonna get from him, in every given night, but you hope you get the best, and when you do, it's like the guy just balls out, and you're like, damn, this guy's been doing this for. Why can't you do this every night? Trey's kind of like that guy with me. I was like, man, we can be so much better, Trey, if you just we're aggressive like this every night. But everyone has their role. So, as a bookie from Kansas is good. See, Cody, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, he's like he's another top guy that I wouldn't mind maneuvering for. Lamarcus Aldridge, or no, Lamidgod Aldridge, Lamidgod Lamidgod Aldridge. That's a good name, man. I don't know. Do you like the lineup of White at the point, Murray at the 2, and Walker playing as small forward? Yes, I love it. I love that lineup. Necessary. I don't particularly think that Lonnie Walker needs to be the point and Murray needs to be the 2. I think they can switch off. Guys, I'm making a film room about this particular issue about about DeJounte and Derek on the floor together. And from what I've seen, they can share the ball. They can both run the offense at the same time when they're on the floor. It really doesn't really matter. But when it comes to who's looking to score more, it's almost balanced, where when they're on the floor together is a little preview of the film room. When they're on the floor together, Derek looks to be the guy who's going to be shooting threes. So Derek kind of seems to be that guy who's sliding into that 2 spot. DeJounte Murray does look to be a little bit more aggressive to get his mid-range jumper on. But I think DeJounte is probably going to be the point guard in that lineup. But I love that lineup. That's the lineup of the future. Post DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge, whatever year that comes, that's probably going to be your 1, 2, 3. If Derek comes off the bench, then those 2 will be in the starting lineup. But I think DeJounte Murray and Lonnie Walker need to play more minutes together. I would like to see more minutes out of Murray and Walker. Yeah, I just said that. Good one. I feel like White got disrespected after that awesome season. He earned a starting spot. He didn't earn a starting spot, but he definitely earned more minutes. And the big word here is earned. All right, so he had to earn it this year, and that was the thing. It's like if he earned it from the defensive side of the floor early on, he would have had more minutes. But he needed time to develop that, and he got it, and he's fine. All right, so let's see. See, I'll take a few more questions, and then we're going to get going on here. Okay, guys. Let's see. Still can't believe the DeMar Carroll buyout. Dude, Paul, man, you and me both, bro. I mean, it's such a bad look, man. Oh, my God. I can't believe we're going to be spending money over the next 2 years on a player that's not even here in our market, man. Luckily we're good at developing players, and we get these prospects that we don't have to pay a lot for about 3 or 4 years, that we can afford to some missteps like this. But that DeMar Carroll thing, man, is a quandary, if to say the least, because he was supposed to fit with us in like every aspect of the way, culturally, mentally, style play. He was supposed to fit in every single way, defensively. But he ended up filling in none of the ways. So, And the limited minutes that we saw of DeMar Carroll on the floor, it kind of showed it. I don't know. Man. That was crazy. Okay, last question of the day comes from DeMonte Carter. If we get a top 5 pick, we should look at Denny and Jameis Wiseman. And if we get a late lottery pick, we should seriously get Jaden McDaniels or Devin Vessel. I'll even take Vernon Carey. To be honest, some good draft picks. DeMonte, if you just like Spurs Nation, if you guys are like DeMonte and you guys are really into the draft this year for the Spurs, lucky you. That OOCspurs.com are creating a lot of content for you guys to get ready for that. And that's kind of when we're officially going to launch. All right, so to kind of wrap this live stream up, thank you everyone that's been in the chat and joining with us today. We're going to be doing more of these hopefully on the weekend, more Spurs and Coffee episodes. But 500 subscribers, thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you guys, every single view. Thank you so much. I want to hopefully continue this growth. The goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers by August, I think is the goal, August or September. So, if you can help out with that, Spurs Nation, really, really appreciate you guys. Next, shout out to Michael De Leon and Joe Garcia from Two Shots Podcast and ProjectSpurs.com for reaching out to me and bringing me onto the team to do film rooms with you guys, to do a little bit more of the digital content media side with them. I'm very excited to help them grow and help them do whatever projects they want to get going on. And then shout out to the guys at OOCspurs.com. This is a OOC Spurs live stream right now. This content that we're doing, everything we're doing right now is free for you guys. But once the season kind of starts up and press play again, we're going to be activating our memberships. All right, so shows like this, a Saturday morning live stream, Spurs and Coffee with one of the guys from the gang, might be only for our 6-man subscribers and up, which is $5 a month, right? So if you want all this extra content like this, it's a coffee, man. It's a coffee. So go ahead and go to OOCspurs.com. If you go there right now, you can vote on what we're going to talk about first on Tuesday's OOC live stream. The choices are Luka Samanic, Tim Duncan, the coach, Rudy Gay, or if you want us to scan Spurs Twitter to start the show. So whichever one wins that poll until Tuesday, that's what we're going to talk about first. So if you guys are in control, again, we want to put you guys in the driver's seat of how we operate at OOC. So a lot of good stuff coming for you guys there. Shout out to all of you guys in Spurs Nation. Thank you guys for tuning in, and as always, go Spurs go. Thank you guys for being a Spurs fan. Thank for all that you do, the watches, the likes, the clicks, the subscribes that you click. All those little things mean everything to people like me, right? And makes me want to keep doing more for you guys. So go Spurs go, guys. We're gonna be okay. A lot more great content. Go ahead and go to the OOC Spurs YouTube channel right now to go ahead and check out the mailbags that are dropping on Lonnie Walker. All right, they'll be dropping on my page here in an hour or 2-3 hours. So if you don't want to wait and you want to go see it now, go to OOC Spurs YouTube channel. Okay, so thank you guys for being a Spurs fan. Adios. Go Spurs go. This has been the very first live stream of Spurs and Coffee. Some damn good coffee.